opinion, there's several reasons why, as a single woman who is choosing to give your divine feminine energy to crusty men because you're dating,
crusty,
you have to have a roster, and here's what. If you're focusing all your energy on one man because you're a one-man kind of woman and that's what you want, but you guys are just talking, he hasn't committed to you, you're going to let that little bitch get away with more than he should because you have nothing to compare it to, and you're focusing your energy on him, so you're more likely to excuse behavior. But for me personally, if I have several men who I'm giving attention to, who are giving me attention, when one of them starts to act up, it becomes a lot more obvious because I'm like, I don't have to f with you. I've got multiple men vying for my attention, vying to take me out. So if you're not going to act right, I'm not going to talk to you. Also, it's a lot easier, in my opinion, to not catch feelings and pick favorites when you're talking to multiple men. So it's not until like third, fourth date that you can decide, okay, I'm just going to focus on this guy because it appears that he has potential to be committed to me. And just FYI, my preference is to have 4 men on the roster at all times.
Wow. Okay, just wow. So this chick is just a walking ball of insecurity, right? Because she is really, what she's saying here, when we get past all of her facade, is that she's been hurt. She's dealing with some unresolved childhood trauma where she has abandonment issues, right? I can see clearly right through that just because I teach self-development and all this other stuff, minored in psychology. So she has a lot of abandonment issues here. She's afraid of being alone, right? And that's what separates good women from bad women, right? Functional, healthy women from damaged women is the fact that healthy women can be alone, right? They're not, believe it or not all women monkey branch. There are a handful of women out there, we call them good women, who will just break up with you because it's not working out, and there's no new guy ready to go, right? There's no lily pad to leap to. There's no branch to, no new monkey branching going on, right? There's no new guy there. She'll just leave because it's not working out, and she doesn't mind being alone because she's not afraid to be alone. Whereas when you come to damaged women, which is most women over 30, I hate to say it, most women over 30 are DG like this. They can't be left alone. They're constantly having, to act hypergamously, right? They constantly have to have the next guy in line before they let go of you, right? They can't just let go of you until the next guy is in line, right? Which is so unfair to the guy because, unlike women have their selection in men, right? This chick's not bad looking. I don't doubt the fact that she has a plethora of men lining up at her front door. Most men don't have those options. So when this woman, when she leaves them, they're really left holding the bag, and they don't have anybody to monkey branch to, right? We are forced to be alone, and we are forced to be single for a long period of time until we find the next girl. And it's usually the universe kind of treats us like, a father would, right? God, right? God is the universe. God treats us like a father would, right? Where he will not give us the next girlfriend or dating partner until we've healed, until we're prepared for her. And then magically, you notice, she comes into our life. Whereas for women, because usually they tend to be ruled by evil, by Satan, he doesn't give them healing time. It's like, nope, just go out there. Go get yourself another man. Do what feels good, right? That's essentially what Satan preaches. It's do what feels good. Do whatever you feel, right? Whereas God is like, don't do whatever you feel. You have to, there's a process that you need to follow. God wants order, devil wants confusion, right? Not to get too spiritual on you on this in this lesson, but she's definitely hurting, right? Who hurt you? She's definitely suffering from some childhood trauma and abandonment issues. She's afraid to be alone, and I heard it throughout her rant. And most of these girls who keep a roster, that's what's behind it, right? A lot of these women who are like bragging about keeping a dating roster these days, usually damaged females over 30, single moms, like 2-3 times divorced women. Those types are, I got to keep a roster of men. I got to have a minimum of 4 on my roster. And, it goes back to the old saying. I believe it was Confucius who once said, the man who chases 2 rabbits catches none. Right? And it's the same thing in marketing, too. It's like they've done ads where they'll feature like like say like 24 watches on this one advertisement, and then they'll have the same advertisement but just one watch, and overwhelmingly people will pick the one watch deal over all of the like the 24 watches on this other advertisement where you have all these options. So there's something to be said about not giving yourself so many back doors, especially in relationship, to just ditch out the second that your partner says something you don't like or whatever. I mean, a lot of times the problem with dating these days is a lot of people, male and female, but mostly women, they don't even give these guys a chance, right? They don't even give themselves a chance to get to know you. They just have so many options. And I think it's sickening when they take advantage of the fact that they're females, they have a vagina, they've got guys lining up their door, and they're going to keep a roster on top of that. I mean, this chick does not need to keep a roster, right? She can easily just break up with a guy, and believe me, another guy will be there for her soon enough, right? Usually within days. I mean, she could pick up the pieces. She does not need to keep all these backups around, but she's taking advantage of the fact she's a woman, and that's this is why they get called out for like being sluts or 304s or she's for the streets, because, you know, men don't have that power, right? You know, for men, we can't just sleep with women as easily as women can, right? We have to put in our work. We have to prove ourselves, make money, have jobs, have careers, you know, drive nice cars, live in the right neighborhood in order for women to want to come over and, you know, become romantically interested in us. But let's go on to the next clip, shall we?
My whole life I've tried to be low maintenance, and I've tried to be the chill girl who like doesn't need a lot and goes with the flow, whatever. Fuck that shit. I want to be the pain in the ass. I want to be the girl that the guy's like, yeah, my girlfriend's beautiful and she's kind of crazy, but I love her. Gone are the days that I'm cool and chill. Because pretending that I'm cool and chill helps no one. In fact, if I go in and I pretend I'm cool and chill and then he realizes that I'm not, we're both going to be sad. So I'm extra. I need a lot of communication. I need you to tell me I'm pretty. I need you to tell me you like me. I don't care if we just spent a whole ass weekend together. I need you to say the word. So go be extra. Ask for what you need. There will be somebody that will do those things for you.
Yeah, the problem is you're not going to want those dudes, right? Of course, she's right about that. There will be people who will want to do that for you. They are called nice guys. They are called simps. They are called incels. Basically, the type of guys that you women tend to shine the most, right? That you tend to just not return the calls, ghost them, flake on them, and just use them as, you know, emotional tampons to cry about the guys, the jerks of the world that you are giving your attention to and you're giving your bodies to. That's really what this boils down to, right? And the fact that this is another one, by the way, where you can tell she is suffering from some unresolved childhood trauma because she's saying that, oh, no longer am I going to be this cool girl. No longer am I going to pretend. Well, first off, why do you need to pretend to be anything you're not, right? That just tells me that you're not being your authentic, genuine self. Why are you so afraid? Right? I mean, these are things that you should have resolved by the time you're an adult. You shouldn't still be dealing with this, you know, especially at her age. She's over the age of 30 and still dealing with this stuff. This is why I tell you guys, man, people, you know, I mean, it's mostly women in their 30s who hate on this, but, you know, one of my top most viewed videos is, hey, single women over 30 are damaged goods, right? I have not taken that back. I will never apologize for that video because overwhelmingly it's true. Does it mean all women over 30 are damaged goods that are single? No, of course not. Right? There are women who have been widowed. That's not their fault, right? I don't include them. And there are certain cases for whatever reason they never got married. You know, in extreme cases, they might have had to take care of parents or, you know, who knows, foster, you know, some like brothers. They lost their parents when they were young. You know, there's some crazy circumstance like that. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the overwhelming majority of quote-unquote modern women out there who choose to stay single in their 30s, who did not get married. And the reason most times that they did not get married is because they choose poorly, right? They try to get guys who are out of their league, guys that they should not be dating, right? Either these guys are complete a-holes or they're just out of their league, right? They just don't like nice guys. They don't want to be in a healthy and functional relationship. They want to be in a dysfunctional relationship, right? And until they fix themselves, and until they're able to even be honest with themselves and admit that they have a problem, they're never going to fix themselves. And I've never seen any of these women who are single over the age of 30 fix themselves. They don't, right? I've seen plenty of guys fix themselves. Guys do it. Guys will do the work. Guys will look in the mirror and go, hey, you piece of trash, you piece of garbage, and like be talking to themselves and go, we got to fix this, this, and this. And, you fat ass, I'm going to start eating healthier. I'm going to start going to the gym. I'm getting rid of the stomach. They start holding themselves accountable. Whereas women, no. What have I told you guys? Women, they just want to be lied to. They want to hear what they want to hear. Not what they need to hear, but what they want to hear. And the mainstream, the matrix, the establishment, advertising corporations, Hollywood, they're feeding them these lies on the daily. On the daily, they're telling these women, no, you're perfect just the way you are. Never change for anyone. Definitely never change for a man. Just perfect the way you are. And then this is what you get, right? They don't fix themselves. They just go throughout life miserable and looking for somebody to blame. And this older woman here, again, with the lip fillers, we can tell right here with the lip fillers, she hasn't injected them to like 300 psi, but they look like they're double the size of her normal lips. Also, the fake eyelashes, the tats on the arm. These are all red flags for good, high-value guys, or at least decent guys, that she would want to attract, right? High-value guys, they don't want to see tattoos. They don't want to see fake eyelashes. They don't want to see duck lips. They don't want to see Botox or collagen. Not saying she's done that, but they don't want to see that stuff. All right, one more clip.
I've actually decided that I'm going to stay single forever because just the thought of dating repulses me.
Okay, of course it repulses you. Yeah, because again, whose fault is that? Whose fault is it that you are still out there, right? And it's women like this who will like bag on people who are married and try to be like, oh, being married people, they're so miserable. Ha ha ha. I'm single. I get to do whatever I want. Have sex with whoever I want. I don't have to answer to anybody. Well, yeah. Do they look happy to you? Right? She's talking about how she's repulsed with dating. She doesn't want to do it anymore. You know why? Because she's on the apps. She's on those dating apps. She's getting, ran through by these different dudes. None of them will stick around. They're all like ditching her for, on Friday and Saturday nights to go out with women who are 10, 15 years younger without the emotional baggage, without the big mouth, without the constant talking back to them, without the constant competing with salaries, jobs, cars. These older women like this, they're so competitive. They're worse than dudes, right? Even my own guy friends don't compete like that. It's like they're so competitive with their money and their materialism, and the same things they accuse men of, they're totally like 1,000 times more guilty of. But regardless, guys, let's end this here. Drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Anything you'd like to add, anything you would like to share, please share them in the comments below. As always, this is M from the 33 Secrets. Don't forget to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, smash that notification bell for me as well. Helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. And for you guys who want to support my work, best way to do that, just jump into 7 months to mastery. Right now it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons from me, so take advantage of it. All you need to do is click the link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video. I'm out.